And welcome back. Well, we didn't see that many storms this past winter, but the ones that did make it through badly pounded our shoreline out east. From Robert Moses State Park to Gilgo Beach to Fire Island, the storm surge sucked away many, many tons of sand, even as the Army Corps of Engineers had already built up dunes following Superstorm Sandy. Joining us now to talk about what's being done to deal with it is George Gorman from the New York State Parks Department, a regular guest on our show, and welcome to the show, George.
Thanks for having me.
So where did we actually see the erosion and how bad was it?
Well, that blizzard in mid-January, that was a nor'easter, and that is what really had a significant amount of erosion, and we saw it at Gilgo Beach State Park, which is right just west of Robert Moses State Park, but we saw it on the eastern end of Robert Moses, but we saw erosion all the way out to the Montauk area parks, so it was pretty significant. And then we had the next storm, and then the next storm. All three of them were significant erosion events. So we have already announced that we will not be opening Gilgo Beach State Park as of April 1st. That is a four-wheel drive beachfront park for mainly surfers and surf fishermen, and that's because there's very little beachfront left. However, the good news is we have started to already see some sand naturally being replenished.
I mean, the ocean kind of just does it on its own and brings it back. Exactly.
Right. It takes it out, it brings it back, but it was so significant, we didn't think we would get as much as we needed to reopen, but you know what, I've become more optimistic. It's going to be pretty close.
So we'll have to follow that. It's a wait-and-see kind of thing, but at least your folks in that area or those who attend that beach need to be advised to keep an eye on this.
We're keeping them up to date. We recommend they go on our website, mysparks.com, and then they'll see the information or call the parks that they want to go to, especially if it's Gilgo. There may be issues.
Well, as this show airs, another storm is coming in, and we got to be concerned that that possibly could do some.
Correct. That's starting out, you know, as a nor'easter, so the winds will shift to the north. So we're hoping not so much damage. But you know the funny thing? Yeah. That second storm we had, that heavy snow, we have damaged trees, thousands of them throughout Long Island State Park, probably throughout Long Island, that we've cleaned up to make the parks accessible and safe, but we'll be working on them for several months and getting those trees out of the back woodlands areas because we had so much damage. So it's been a light snowstorm or storm winter, but we've seen some damage.
Yeah, because I was going to say, how come so much erosion? Well, most of us thought this was a mild winter, but you kind of explained it. Well, soon visitors will be pouring into the parks, and you know, you got to get the facilities ready. Where do they stand at this point?
We are in good shape. Other than Gilgo, where we're watching, normal winter, it was not damaging overall, so all the facilities will be open, everything will be ready to go, and we have some great kickoff of summer events.
Tell us about those.
Well, the first one is the Bethpage Air Show at Jones Beach. We have probably the best lineup we've ever seen. We have the United States Navy Blue Angels coming back. We have the United States Golden Knights parachute team from the Army.
Here we see a video from past air shows.
The A-10,
vintage aircraft as well.
Right. The A-10 was built Fairchild here on Long Island. And by the way, if we don't have that, and we have the other military jet, a lot of Long Islanders who helped build that are very upset with us for not having it, but that's up to the military.
I'm not sure. That might be the stealth jet file that we have. Because we're going to see stealth, what, an F-35?
We're going to have the F-35. It doesn't really do a demo, but that's the newest fighter jet, as you know. It's a great addition to the air show. It will do a flyby as part of the Heritage flight, so it's really exciting. Again, we have the most performance jet teams we've ever had. We have three. In addition to the Blue Angels, we have the Canadian Snowbirds and the civilian Breitling jet team from Europe. We have the world's best aerobatic performers, a civilian that do all those loop-de-loops that people are amazed at. So it looks like it's going to be one of the best air shows that we've ever seen.
Well, I mean, it's just mesmerizing to look at the profile of this incredible stealth jet that they spent billions developing, but in all performance tests, they say it's doing a remarkable job in advance, perhaps maybe the most airworthy combat jet in the world.
It's going to be cool. It really is. That everybody's going to be. It hasn't gone out. This is the first year where it's going to be at a couple of air shows. So unless you live near a military base that houses them, you don't see them. So this is fantastic.
Well, you know, we can't wait for some fun in the sun. Tell us about what other events will be going on at the other parks, and is everything going to be open, including, you know, the campgrounds?
Everything is open, all campgrounds, everything will be ready and available. If anybody wants to make campground reservations, again, go on our website, mysparks.com, and follow the links. It is going to be a fantastic summer, I hope. Obviously, we're weather dependent, but we have the Astoria Bank Fireworks program. We're in our final discussions with with Astoria Bank, so hopefully we'll be announcing they are going to re-sponsor again for this year. And we have the Barclays Golf Tournament occurring at Bethpage State Park, which will bring the world's best professional golfers there. And, of course, we have the Nikon at Jones Beach Theater with all the concerts. We have an amazing lineup this year.
How are you keeping track of this? A little something for everybody, huh?
Well, it really is. I mean, we see almost 20 million visitors at Long Island State Parks. That's a fantastic number. And no matter what we do, we're going to have people coming to the beaches, swimming in the sand, playing golf, enjoying the picnic parks, and just have a fun time.
Now, we've had to deal in the past with West Nile virus. Where does that stand right now?
Well, we have been okay at Long Island State Parks. Every now and then we've seen it at Heckscher State Park or one of the other parks, and we curtail nighttime activities. But it hasn't been too bad in recent years. So we're hoping. And, of course, everybody's shark. I hate Shark Week on the Travel Channel, whatever has it, because people then go crazy and they're looking for dark spots in the water that may be sharks. But we have 500 of the best lifeguards in the world, and they're watching over you. They'll make sure you remain safe.
Yeah, no question about that. And, you know, we've had a problem with a pine beetle infestation. Has that affected the state parks as well?
Unfortunately, Connecticut River State Park Preserve, that has been severely damaged by the beetle. It's just, we've lost hundreds and hundreds of trees. And we are right now in the process of taking a number of them down because it is something we have to do right away. And then we'll be replanting at one point with native species and trying to get back, make sure we don't lose the forest, effect or the forest feel when you go into that park.
Well, you know, it's storming out there again today, but it is the first day of spring.
Yes,
George Gorman giving you the heads up here on what's ahead for spring and summer at Long Island State Parks and Beaches. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting me, and especially since we're going to have a great summer.
Well, yeah, we're looking forward to it. Thank you, George.
Thanks.